Hey everybody, so we're back and we are here to talk about one final aspect of Link Emperor, which is one of the more advanced pieces that we're gonna get into. So, at least for right now, this is probably gonna be the last video because we've covered pretty much everything else. So let's get right into it. You click on the Link Building tab, and then you've got your allocations and everything else that we went over last time. But then if you click on the Networks tab, oh, I should mention, this is only for the top two plans. So for right now, at least, it's only available for Con and Caesar plans. So if you don't have one of those, you'll probably get a screen that says like you need to upgrade in order to get networks. But what a network is basically it's a link network that you can create for yourself, where if you want to set up your own websites and have your own websites link in some kind of like a pyramid scheme or whatever, not pyramid scheme, pyramids like structure, towards your money sites, then it's a pretty effective link building tool. We've built a lot of networks. We've built actually hundreds of different websites, and let me tell you that these things really work. So if you reach the point where you're at, you've got the cash to buy a couple hundred websites and invest in it, it's a very good idea for getting involved in your SEO. So what we did is what's interesting is actually Link Emperor started as a network management tool. So this was the first thing that ever got developed, and then everything else just kind of grew around this, and now it just seems like kind of a side feature. But that's kind of how it worked out. So anyway, if you want to build a network, what this does is it allocates your links across your different websites. So you can have 100 different websites, and all it does is whenever Google spiders one of your pages, it will place the link. So it'll say, all right, I want 10 links on this page, and then whenever Google comes around and finds that page, it says, okay, now push the next 10 links out to that page. So it's kind of like it's a dynamic allocation system, which is cool because that way you don't need to know which pages Google is going to find, and also it's constantly changing. So if you decide one day that you want to start pushing links out to a different page, it immediately starts building links to those pages as soon as just as fast as Google is crawling your pages. Now the other cool thing is that it's not black hat at all. It's not like cloaking or anything where you're pretending to have links on the page and it's only shown to Google and everybody else sees something different. This is just a smart way of allocating your links so that as soon as Google visits, the links get placed on the page permanently and then they stay there. So everybody else can go, it'll pass a manual review. There's no problems with that because the links stay there for as long as, well, pretty much forever, unless you remove keywords from your campaign, and then the next time that Google crawls it, it will see like whatever that keyword was that's no longer active has been replaced by a new keyword. But that's not, that's not blue hat or black hat. That's just, people change links all the time, so whatever. So anyway, let's get to how it works. Basically, you click on the New Network tab. As you can see, we've already got one in there, but I'll just show you. It's pretty simple. You name your network. This one is called Tests Network, and then you allocate links to your campaigns. So normally we just do the same as your main link building allocations, which is perfectly fine. That means that it's going to use your target values to allocate your links just the same way as your link blasts do and all that other stuff from the other tabs. But if you want to, say you want to build a network specifically for certain people. So like, you want to keep 50% of your links, and then you want to sell off 50% of your links to a couple of your friends. All you would have to do is create like 3 new campaigns with your friends' links in them, and then add those keywords, add those landers, and then you can allocate. I can say I want this guy to get like 15%, I want this guy to get 20% or whatever, and I want to take the rest split across my other campaigns. It's kind of a nice way to be able to split yourself across multiple different uses for a network and manage it however you want to. Okay, so once you've built that, you can click into your network, and it's pretty simple. You only have 2 tabs here. there's an overview of the snippet, which is what you have to place onto your website, and then there's the recent crawls tab, which just tells you which pages are getting crawled and everything like that. So you can always click on edit network link allocations if you want to change things in the future too. But for now, let's get rid of that. And so, okay, so here's what you do. Number of links to show per page. If you want to show 8 links on a page, go for it. That's the default. If you want to do 10, that's fine. Usually we don't recommend doing much higher than 10 because then it starts, your page starts looking really spammy if you just have a bunch of giant lists of links that, more than 10 links or so. But, you can do whatever you want. You can do less if you want to. And then you've got your link separator. So the separator is basically whatever is going to be in between your links. So if you want to put all your links down in the footer of your page, it'll be link number 1, and then there'll be a little bar there if your separator is the bar, and then there'll be link number 2, and then the bar, etc. Now, another way that you can do it is you can actually use HTML tags. So if you want to make it so that they're in like a list format, like we have over here on this site, I set it up already. You can see right here, I set up a list. So all I had to do in order to set that up, it's a little bit of a trick here. Sorry, I'm going through multiple tabs. Is what we did is you've got a list already in there somewhere on your page, right? So like say you're looking at this, you've got this coded in here that you want this list tag, right? So start your unordered list, and then list item right here, and then so what you need in order to like parse this text is end list and then begin list. So that's going to be what separates the links. So like on this side right here, you've got like one link that is like start list item here, and then you've got the link gets pulled out of here, and then your separator is going to be end list item, begin new list item, and then throw in the second link. You see, so it's kind of like it's a little bit tricky to think about, but if you understand HTML at all, it's all cool and it's pretty simple. Alright, so then you've got your snippet down here. Now the snippet is just a long string of PHP code. So the good thing about PHP is that it doesn't show up on your actual source of your page. So this is what it shows up as. Even though you throw this snippet of code in here, right? So this is the same exact thing copied from the other page. It looks like this. You throw it in between some tags and whatever in your code, say on your sidebar or in your footer. And then when it actually prints out to the page, you get something like this, which is just a list of links, nothing else. There's no footprints here. There's nothing that Google is going to be able to say, there's no like link to lintemperor.com or some stupid stuff like that. That'll be a tip-off. They're using, a link network. It looks just like this in the end, just looks like any other WordPress site. So basically all it does is, as you can see, I created a new website because the whole idea of link networks is that you want them to point towards your money site. So you're not going to put this on your money site. You're going to put this on one of your other websites in your network. So I created a second site, presumably the first site in my network, and I posted this in the links section. So now, obviously, I only have in my account right now, because it's a test account, I've only got one other website in there, which is bonsaidelivery.com. But that's what these, you can't actually see where the link is pointing to, but that's what all these links are pointing to right now is Bonsai Delivery. Now, if I had a bunch of other websites in there, what it would do is rotate through these things. And as Google crawled the pages, it will place these links. So right now, if you click through the site, since Google hasn't crawled most of this stuff, it'll be all the same links right here that are just whatever, default. But once Google starts crawling them, they would start changing and showing the different links that you're trying to build to your different sites. So, and I can show you right here, if you go to recent crawls, you can see right here, Bonsai Boy Coupon got crawled. The main page got crawled once because it's just absolutely a brand new site since the snippet was added to there. And it tells you the time that it was crawled and whether it was Google or Yahoo. So that is an introduction to networks. Hopefully you understood everything about that. I mean, networks are pretty cool. It's a really flexible thing, and it's pretty exciting. Okay, so the final really cool thing that you can do is that you can actually sell links to other Link Emperor users if you want to. Right now we don't actually have an exchange in terms of money, so you would need to set up like how you paid each other on the side somehow. But what you can do is easily go over to your network allocations tab and then click on add user by username. And so if you know who your friend's username is, you can allocate a certain percentage to their account, and then they can choose it, and it'll just split itself up according to however their campaigns are allocated. You don't even need to set up a campaign for them or enter their keywords or anything like that. So we think that's a really cool thing because we already know a lot of people who know each other who are using the system. So if you guys want to build a network and share it amongst your buddies, it's a really easy way to do that. So yeah, hopefully I explained everything pretty well. If you have any questions, I know networks are a little more confusing than most of the other stuff on here, but if you have any questions, just shoot us an email at info@linkemperor.com. Thanks a lot, guys.